Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. In this video podcast, I'm going to be talking about the preview against Fulham away from home in our second game of the new Premier League season. Now, as most of us should know by now, that we lost our first game at home against Arsenal, a very undeserving loss, but we move nonetheless to our next game. Like I said, based on our loss, man, I'm not beat down or in going in depression because of our loss against Arsenal. We did very good against Arsenal. Most persons, including myself, believe that we should have won the game against Arsenal, but we didn't. So because we didn't win the game against Arsenal, we have to move on to the second game to Fulham away from home. Now as expressed by Amorim in the press conference, seeing that we're playing away from home and that Fulham won't be playing as expansive as Arsenal did last week, we have to have a different approach in this game. Now, that could be due to, of course, the change of statics, which most likely will happen, or even the different of personnel that's going to be starting. So, those two, I believe, will be the ones that will affect the game come tomorrow against Fulham. Now, that said, before getting to the starting lineup, it's at least 8 days before the transfer window closes. And Anthony is still a Manchester United player last I checked. I was about to say Rashford, but then I remember that Rashford is with the Catalonians in Barcelona. He's with Barcelona right now, so he's no longer at Manchester United, at least for a season. We still have Garnacho, who is still looking, he's still flirting with Chelsea. But there's no concrete, nothing that's been done, like no signing on paper, no sign of contract, no transfer fee was agreed to, nothing. So it's still in the works, so to speak, it's still in the air. So there's nothing, but I'm pretty sure they're working on a contract. But yeah, I believe we're set for the season. I don't think we have to make another signing, if you ask me. I don't think so. I think we can kick on and have a good season with the players that we have. But anyway, let me get to the preview because I want to like stray and digress or whatever. So we're playing against Fulham tomorrow. I haven't seen much of Fulham, but I know that Fulham doesn't play as expansive as Arsenal. So that said, they're going to be a bit more conservative at home. That said, there are certain players that I believe will not be starting, and there are other players that I believe will be starting in this game against Fulham. Now, my starting 11 is Bayern. Now, it was asked to Amrim if Onan is going to be starting in this game, and he basically played it off. He said, I don't remember what he basically said, but he said something to the effect of like, whoever is going to start this and that. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he was asked a question, and I'm going to go with Bayern, bro. I'm going to go with Bayern. I don't see Onana starting tomorrow. As the three centre backs, I'm going with Leniero, who was a shining presence in our centre back, in our three centre back. I'm going with Delight, who was delightful last week. It's unfortunate I didn't get a clean sheet, but I see us getting a clean sheet tomorrow. So Delight starting with Euro, and the third centre back, I'm going with Luke Shaw. I believe Lisandro Martinez still has somewhat of an injury. I'm not sure to be exact, but I see Luke Shaw starting as a left centre back tomorrow. Across the midfield, which includes the wing backs that are not really wing backs, they're right midfielder and left midfielder. At right wing back, I'm going with Diogo Dalot to stay at the right wing back position. And left back, I'm going with Patrick Dorgu, who had a very good game last week. Almost got a shot on goal. Actually, he almost scored a goal. The shot he took on goal hit the post and he didn't even score, but it was a good effort from him. He showed intent last week against Arsenal. So I'm keeping him in today's starting lineup, which I believe he will be starting tomorrow. In the midfield, Bruno Fernandes, I've expressed that I'm not a fan of Bruno Fernandes playing deeper than a number 10, but seeing that we have Kuna now, he's going to be playing deeper than number 10, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to be very crucial in the build-up of the attack, even if he's not a number 10 and you have Kuna playing off the number 10. So even if he's playing deep, he's going to be very vital and instrumental in our build-up from midfield. So Bruno Fernandes along with I'm going with Casemiro. Yeah, I'm going with Casemiro. I don't see what's his name again? Ugarte starting tomorrow. He'll come on in the second half, of course, but he's not going to be starting tomorrow, at least in my view. Oh, so, okay, so that completes me. So the front three now, this is where things get interesting. This is where I say things may change up, and I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Mason, I don't believe Mason Mount will be starting tomorrow. He may start, but in my opinion, my gut instinct is telling me that he won't start tomorrow. So that said, I believe Sesko will be starting as a centre forward. I believe Mbeumo will be starting. Of course, Mbeumo will be starting on the right wing, and on the left wing, which of course in the game itself he'll play more centrally, more as a number 10. I believe Kuna will be starting. Not believe. I know Kuna will be starting tomorrow. So yeah, that's my starting. If you have been watching up until this point, and I hope you have, like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section. Leave your comments below who you will be starting tomorrow. I know this is a late preview, but see with a brother, man. I'm trying to get back into the work of things in doing videos. I've been disillusioned with doing videos, to be honest. But I'm trying to get out to that lazy phase of doing more videos. So support a brother so that he can continue doing videos, and by doing that, you leave your comments below in the comment section as to who will be starting, your score prediction and everything else. So that's my side. So run it back. Bayern Deer, Lenioro, Delight, Luke Shaw as the three centre backs. Diogo Dalot with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes and Patrick Dorgu as the midfield, including the wing backs. In the attack is Mbeumo. I'm going to talk a bit about Mbeumo after this preview. Mbeumo will start on the right wing along with Sesko. In my opinion, will be starting. And on the left wing, which he will be playing more central, like more of a left attacking midfield, like how you have central attacking midfield as the number 10, he'll be playing more of a left attacking midfield kind of position, in my opinion. So that is where Kuna will be playing. Now, let me my score prediction. My score prediction is that we beat. Yes, we're going to beat. Is that we beat Fulham. I'm getting this. Is that we beat Fulham tomorrow by 2-0. I'm going with a 2-0 victory in the favour of Manchester United away from home in our second game of the new Premier League season. Leave your comments below, bro. We have to win this game. We have the players to help us win this game. There is no reason for us to lose this game, and the players that we have can beat Fulham. Yes, Fulham. It's not gonna be an easy game tomorrow against Fulham, but at the same time, we have to beat them, bro. We have the players, like Ruben Amorim was expressing in his press conference. He said that we have different players that will adapt to the different style of plays in so many words. He was basically like certain sides in the league is going to have a certain approach, and we have to use certain players in those certain approach. We can't be using every player at the same in every approach. That is why we make. Hold on, let me say this, bro. That is why we make signings. That is why we sign the players that we sign. You know. So yeah, I believe we'll be beating them tomorrow 2-0. I won't be. I don't have any. I'm not going to say who is going to be scoring. I don't have the best record of estimating who will be scoring, but I know that Manchester United will be scoring, and they will be scoring 2 goals together. And if we get more goals than 2 goals, then cool. I'm cool with that. But bare minimum, we're supposed to be scoring 2 goals with a clean sheet, and this is not me asking for much, but we need 3 points tomorrow to set the precedence for us, because we know, so once we start losing games like that, our momentum to win games and stay afloat in the Premier League is going to be very minimal. This is the Premier League. This is not the Premier Liga, the Portuguese league. This is not the. We have to win our games to stay afloat, bro. Momentum is very key. Consistency is very key. So that's all I wanted to say. Now, my thoughts. I want to talk about Mbeumo for a moment. Mbeumo in his first game has been sparkling. He showed that he's going to be scoring a good amount of goals for Manchester United. But here's my problem with Mbeumo, and it's not a football problem. Mbeumo, I mean, most persons can even see this, so it's not like I'm picking on the bridging, but. And I'm not talking about his body detail. I'm not talking about his freckles. I'm talking about he needs to, in my opinion, he needs to shed a couple of pounds, bro. He needs to shed some pounds. Now, I'm not saying there haven't been players in the Premier League over the past 20 years that have been a bit overweight or out of shape that weren't world-class players. I mean, look at Suarez. Suarez was, I wouldn't even say he was out of shape, but he held on to a bit fat, and he still was a world-class player. He became one of the Premier League's best player, and he's known for one of being the best Premier League players of all time and one of the best Liverpool players of all time. We have Carlos Tevez, who was definitely out of shape, at least when he was at City, and even at Manchester United he was out of shape. And he was the man that led Man City from like 2009 to 2012. Like when Aguero came in and they made proper sign. But before then, Tevez was Man City, and he was the main man, and he was out of shape. So I'm not picking on the dude. But seeing how the football has evolved in the Premier League, it's more physical, more aggressive, more I wouldn't even say more technical, but it's more running and stuff. I believe this Virgin needs to lose some pounds, man. He needs to go through the cheese grater and shed some pounds, man. In my opinion, that's going to be detriment. But it's going to I mean, he's going to be playing well still, but I believe he'll play even better if he sheds some pounds, man. He looks like he's still in pre-season, and it's not this is the actual season. We can. He says. Luke Shaw. Some persons say Luke Shaw has lost some weight. I wouldn't say he has. No, in my opinion, he hasn't lost. He looks a bit slimmer, but he doesn't. No. I mean, he's not as chubby as before, but he's still holding a bit pounds, if you will. But back to Mbeumo, seeing that he's a winger, needs to be flexible and agile. I think it's best that he try to lose some pounds. In my opinion, that's all I want to say. I'm not destructively criticizing the Virgin. I'm constructively criticizing the Virgin. That's all I wanted to say to the Virgin. That say, lose some pounds. He looks like the type that is naturally. He looks like the type that naturally brings a lot of weight. So yeah, he has to watch his diet. He's not a naturally lean person like a Cisco, or like someone like a Lenier, or someone like that, someone like that in the squad. He has to watch his diet. So that being said, in my opinion, he has to shed a couple of pounds. Again, that's my diet. That's just my opinion. Did I just say that's my diet? That's not my diet. And I've been on a diet. You can see a few shreds. You can. I'm like 148, 149 pounds now. Yeah, I've been doing some shreds this in the summer, but this ain't about me because I don't play for Manchester United. So, Mbeumo, in my opinion, has to shed some pounds. But yeah, leave your comments. So going back to what I'm saying. So we win against Fulham 2-0. 2-0 is what I'm going with to beat Fulham tomorrow, away from home at Fulham. Leave your comments in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any disagreements, let me know your disagreements in the comment section. Yeah, man, let's have an interactive study, man. Like I said, but we have to win tomorrow's game. We played too well against Arsenal to lose the game, but that's football. Football is cruel sometimes, and sometimes, man, sometimes it's not the best side that wins the game. So we just have to keep that in mind and move to the next game in hopes that we'll win the next game. Comment something in the comment section, and I'll show it to you guys in. Oh, I won't be doing I won't be doing a match. I might do a match reaction tomorrow, but it won't be immediately after the game because I've work, and after I finish work, I have a football game to attend to, which is a very crucial game for us. So I won't be doing a match reaction, but I'll try to do a match reaction tomorrow. So stick and still for that one. That being said, I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. Peace.